Hey, welcome to another episode of Atkins Diet in the Kitchen. My name is Kent Altena, and this week I was running this morning I was doing my 60-mile route, and I was running uphill, and I was running by all these diners. And what was coming out of the diners? The smell of breakfast, and specifically hash browns. I was smelling hash browns as I was going through past all these little restaurants along the way, and that got me thinking, do you have to give up hash browns on a low-carb diet? And the answer is no. There's lots of different hash brown recipes out there. I'm going to be making one in honor of my friend Jimmy Aiken, who did a similar sort of recipe on his channel, but I'm going to load it up. I'm going to make it awesome low-carb style. So, first things first, I have some bacon frying up in this frying pan. I'm going to throw some one red pepper and 1/2 medium onion into the pan. There should be enough oil from the 4 or 5 strips of bacon that were already in the pan. Alright, we're going to let those simmer on a low heat. Okay, so a lot of the recipes might have featured turnips or radishes or cauliflower. Well, we're going to feature spaghetti squash, like I said, in honor of Jimmy Aiken, who highlighted this to me. And how do you cook spaghetti squash? You cut off the bottom of it. That way you can set it and its firm placement. And then all you do is work your knife down the middle. Alright, so now that we have it cut down the middle, you can kind of see it's just like pumpkin, in which there's all kinds of this stringy stuff in the middle. We're going to scrape that out into our waste bowl, or our junk bowl. Alright. Have that half relatively clean. Let's go ahead and toss that in there as well. Alright, I've scraped out most of the stringy center. So now we're going to quarter it one more time to make it fit easier into our bowl. And I'm going to put it into a pot of boiling water for roughly 25 minutes. You'll know when it's done when the strings within it are very fork tender. You can just pry them out with your fork. Alright, I'll put these final quarter in my bowl. And we'll catch back up in about 20 to 25 minutes. I'll see you then. Alright, 25 minutes have elapsed on this spaghetti squash. I've tested them and they're fork tender. I'm going to run them through the colander. At this point, you have the most difficult piece of the whole procedure following you. How much spaghetti squash or how many hash browns do you want to eat? So, because if you don't necessarily want to consume the hash browns right away or all the spaghetti squash right away, leave them unflaked and just put them in the fridge. So, taking your spaghetti squash, just take a fork and just start running the fork across the rind. Alright, I got about half of the spaghetti squash already done. We'll catch back up in just a second and we'll start cooking on the stove. Okay, so here's the spaghetti squash that we had flaked up. I've pulled the onions and peppers and the bacon out of the frying pan, and I put 2 tablespoons in the frying pan. At this point, you want to just put the spaghetti squash in the frying pan. We're going to cook it up until it's brown on one side. We'll add the onions and peppers and you'll catch back up at that point. See you then? Alright, so we've been cooking for about 2 to 3 minutes and you can kind of see that it's starting to get brown on that side. So we're going to flip it over. To the other side. Give it a season of salt, dusting of pepper, and we're going to put the onions and pepper and bacon into it. And finally, we're going to give it 1 to 2 ounces of cheddar cheese. Cover it up. It'll cook for another, say, 3 minutes on that side. It'll get golden brown on the bottom, and I'll show you the finished product in the photos after the video's over. Talk to you guys later. Bye.